Did Jungkook just break down on live and confess he can't take HYBE's treatment anymore? Is he really planning to leave the company with Taehyung? Armies around the world are in tears. Watch till the end and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more shocking updates about BTS's future. Wait, did Jungkook just say he's done with HYBE? The question echoed across social media within seconds after BTS's Jungkook went live, tears streaming down his face as millions of armies tuned in, holding their breath. The golden magne, known for his strength, calmness, and professionalism, suddenly seemed fragile. His voice breaking, eyes trembling, and words laced with pain. The live started like any other. Casual, unplanned, intimate. But what Jungkook revealed next would send shockwaves through the entire BTS fandom and the entertainment industry. It was past midnight in Seoul. The soft hum of background music barely masked the silence that filled the room. Jungkook sat alone, hair messy, wearing a simple hoodie, his gaze heavy. He smiled faintly, trying to hold it together. "I don't usually talk about these things," he began, his tone quiet but raw. "But I can't hold it in anymore." Fans watching the live could already feel something wasn't right. There was a trembling in his hands as he reached for his water bottle, his breathing uneven. "HYBE has always been my home," he continued. "But lately, it doesn't feel like home anymore." That single sentence stopped every army in their tracks. The chat exploded with confusion and disbelief. What does he mean? Is he talking about leaving? Jungkook hesitated, staring at the screen as if he was searching for courage from the millions of fans watching. "I gave everything," he whispered. "Every part of me. My voice, my time, my energy. But lately, I feel like I'm not seen as Jungkook anymore. Just a product." The words cut deep. There was no music, no edit, no script. Just raw emotion pouring out of a young man who had carried the weight of the world for too long. His eyes glistened as he tried to smile again, but it faltered. "I'm sorry if this makes you sad," he said softly, his voice cracking. "I know you all love us. You've been with us through everything. But sometimes, love isn't enough to fix what's broken behind the scenes." Armies flooded the chat with words of love and encouragement. "We love you, Jungkook. Don't cry, please. We're with you no matter what." But nothing could stop the tears streaming down his face as he took a deep breath and continued. "Taehyung and we've been talking a lot," he confessed. "We both feel tired. Not of music, not of army, but of everything else. Of being controlled. Of being silenced. Of pretending everything's fine when it's not." The mention of Taehyung's name sent another wave of panic through fans. Was Taehyung planning to leave too? Were they serious? Jungkook wiped his tears, his expression shifting from sadness to determination. "We love HYBE for giving us this life," he said. "But we can't stay if staying means losing ourselves. I don't know what will happen next. Maybe we'll step away. Maybe we'll start something new. Together." That word, together, hit armies like lightning. Rumors had long circulated about Jungkook and Taehyung's unbreakable bond, but this was the first time Jungkook had ever implied something this serious. "We just want to breathe again," he continued. "We want to make music that's real. Not because it sells, but because it heals." For a moment he sat in silence, wiping his eyes. The screen flickered slightly as he leaned forward, his tone soft but steady. "I'm scared," he admitted. "But I think sometimes you have to let go to find peace again." His words hung in the air, heavy and haunting. Fans began crying on live stream comments, hearts breaking across the world. Then came the shock no one expected. Jungkook looked directly into the camera, his eyes glistening with tears. "HYBE might not want me to say this," he said, his voice trembling. "But Taehyung and we've already made our decision." The live went completely silent for a few seconds. Jungkook exhaled, the faint sound of his heartbeat almost audible through the stillness. "After everything, we're ready to walk away." Gasps and sobs filled the comments section. Some fans begged him to reconsider. Others supported his decision, flooding the chat with hearts and messages of love. "No matter what, we'll follow you," one wrote. "Do what makes you happy," another said. But Jungkook only smiled weakly, nodding. "I know you will," he whispered. "That's why I'm not afraid anymore." The live didn't end immediately. Jungkook stayed silent for a long time, eyes distant, lost in thought. "I didn't want it to come to this," he murmured. But when you're constantly told who to be, what to say, how to act, you start forgetting who you really are. I can't do that anymore. His voice cracked again as he whispered, I just want to be Jungkook again. Every second of that live replayed in ARMY's minds long after it ended. The hashtags exploded across every platform. Hashtag Jungkook live, hashtag protect Jungkook, hashtag HYBE leave them alone, hashtag Taehyung freedom. Fans began speculating if this was truly the end of BTS as they knew it, or the beginning of something new, something raw, something real. Reports soon surfaced that HYBE had gone into crisis meetings after the broadcast, but Jungkook's silence afterward spoke volumes. He didn't post, didn't clarify, didn't retract a single word. Taehyung too remained quiet, only posting a cryptic story, a single moon emoji and the words, sometimes, leaving is the only way to come home. The emotional chaos that followed was unlike anything the fandom had ever experienced. ARMYs flooded Weverse with messages of love and protection, while others expressed anger and heartbreak toward the company. Some questioned if Jungkook's words were a cry for help, others believed it was a bold stand for freedom. Days later, small details began to surface. Jungkook spotted with Taehyung in a quiet cafe, both looking solemn but at peace. Insiders claimed they were in talks to start a new creative project together. Independent from HYBE, nothing official was announced, but ARMYs were already rallying behind them, promising to support whatever path they chose. But the memory of that live, of Jungkook's tears, his trembling voice, his haunting words, remained etched in everyone's mind. We just want to be free, he had said, and maybe for the first time in years he truly meant it. Still, questions remain. What happens to BTS if Jungkook and Taehyung leave? Will HYBE try to stop them? Will this mark the end of an era or the birth of a new one? Nobody knows for sure. But one thing is certain. That night, the world didn't just see an idol. They saw a human being finally breaking his silence. Oh, ARMYs, what do you think? Do you believe Jungkook made the right choice? Should artists stand up against their companies, even if it means risking everything? Drop your thoughts in the comments, show your love in the chat, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe for updates as we uncover what really happens next in this emotional turning point for Jungkook, Taehyung and BTS. Because sometimes even the brightest stars need to fall, just to rise again stronger than before. The air after Jungkook's live was thick with tension and heartbreak. For days, it felt as if the entire K-pop world had stopped breathing. Fans replayed the live stream over and over again, analyzing every word, every pause, every flicker of emotion in his eyes. Some couldn't stop crying. Others refused to believe what they'd heard. Could it really be that Jungkook, the face of BTS, the golden voice of a generation, was ready to walk away from HYBE? And if he did, would Taehyung really go with him? Online forums turned into emotional battlegrounds. Theories spread like wildfire. HYBE pushed him too far. They silenced Taehyung. This was bound to happen after everything they've been through. But behind the noise, the truth was much simpler and much more painful. Jungkook had reached his limit. Behind the flawless performances and million-dollar stages, Jungkook had been silently drowning under the weight of perfection. For years, fans saw his glowing smile, his unmatched vocals, his fierce discipline. But what they didn't see was the exhaustion, the sleepless nights, the pressure to always be perfect, the loneliness that followed fame. And that night on Live, all of it came pouring out. He wasn't just speaking for himself. He was speaking for every artist who'd been told to smile through pain, to perform through heartbreak, to stay quiet when things got dark. His voice trembled as he said it, but the message was clear. I just want to live again. Then came the breaking point.